Dude, I can't do any input, and it makes me want to throw this through a wall. It's not even funny, man. I'm not happy. I'm just trying to do my inputs.
Gotta practice. You want to play classic, Ludwig? You want to be a fighting game player? Welcome to Fighting Games, baby. Hi, my name is Brian F., a competitive Street Fighter player, content creator, and coach, and today we're reacting to more streamers picking up Street Fighter 6. If you're familiar with the greater streamer verse, I don't think Ludwig needs any real introduction. He's a really popular streamer and YouTuber, and at one point was the most subscribed to Twitch channel on the platform. What you might not know is that Ludwig actually got his start in the Melee community as a player and content creator and commentator. And in general, Ludwig is a really solid gamer. He is known for completing all of the Vodian style streamer rage bait games and tends to pick up games pretty well due to his ego and stubbornness. And if you're watching this YouTube channel, you kind of owe Ludwig for that. He was actually my inspiration to take YouTube seriously back in 2020 when he was getting his start, and we'll see today if he continues to inspire me this time with Street Fighter 6. Last time we reacted to Tyler 1, who opted to go with Modern Ken and quickly adapted to the flow of Street Fighter 6 and found himself placing in Platinum rank in under a week. On the other hand, Ludwig is being stubborn, and he decided to go with Classic and play on Arcade Stick, two things he's never done before, as this is his first traditional fighting game. And therefore, you can already tell his journey is off to a rocky start. He has made it to gold, but it is not without his trials and tribulations. Let's see what he has to offer. Okay, here we have Lud in Iron rank getting started. Okay, you can see here that Lud is just trying to get the moves out for sure. He's doing special moves without much reason other than just to try to execute them.
I'm trying to perfect parry. I can't.
So I think that was a bit of a monkey see, monkey do moment. The Akuma player got a lucky perfect parry, and then in return, Lud tried to perfect parry his sequence as well. When you get a perfect parry, it's more of a read and a little bit of a luck-based mechanic. That is to say, you try to go for the perfect parry by timing the button when you activate parry, but you tend to just hold it regardless to absorb the next sequence of moves in case you don't get the perfect parry. So trying to just perfect parry things out of nowhere is not a reliable way to play the game. Perfect parry is a 2-frame window, so it's extremely strict, especially for a beginner. Okay, I like that he finally used some headbutts. Oh my god. That is funny.
I don't know how his ult works. I don't think that was it.
Ludwig has no clue that he just stood death in the face. 1,000 of them. If you don't know, that is Akuma's Raging Demon, and it is a forward-moving grab move, meaning you need to jump away from it to not get grabbed by it. Ludwig stood death in the face and stared at Raging Demon approaching him. If he was a few pixels closer, he would have got grabbed and died badly. Nice use of the headbutt. If that was like a light or medium headbutt, that actually would have anti-aired. I definitely think he should be focusing on headbutts, especially at this level with Honda. Yeah, so we've seen this interaction a few times already. The concept of blocking a jump in, Ludwig tends to hold down back when people jump. Holding down back is good, especially with Honda to build your charge. It's also your best defensive position because 99% of the moves in this game can be blocked by holding down back. Except, of course, the exception is jumps. When people jump at you, you need to hold back to block high because jump ins count as a high move. After blocking the jump in, you immediately then switch to your low block to block the follow-up moves, and you should be good to go. Wake Up DI is a low-level classic. Oh, right back at you, monkey see, monkey do. Once again, not blocking the jump-ins. Yeah, he needs to block high. He's holding down back and eating the jump-ins.
I lost! I didn't do anything. I just sat in the fucking corner and I lost to the guy who's fucking Iron. The worst Akuma to ever play.
But you're also Iron.
Sometimes I think I get too lost in the sauce. And I just need to play. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to defend myself. I think I played well.
Okay.
I think I played well. Yeah. I think it would be a mistake if I did everything in my ability to win the game. I think the goal of the game should be to implement things I tried in training mode. So it's okay that I lost to an Iron player because I need to be implementing these tactics against better players.
I agree with the sentiment mostly. I think he did do everything possibly he could do to win the game. He's just not good at the game yet, and that player is as bad as he is or better. However, I do agree that you should attempt to practice things in training mode and then implement them in real matches. Of course, that is not to say that you shouldn't be experimenting while you play, but you also need to go to training mode. And I think if you have focused practice in training mode where you train very specific techniques, then focus on using those very specific techniques in real matches. It will form this synergy of training and then experience against a real living opponent that will quickly level up your game and give you focused results and focused feedback to keep iterating much quicker. So in general, that was a very mature way to deal with the loss there from Ludwig. Let's see if that keeps up. Okay. Good use of headbutt in general. It should be non-OD just to be safe on block, but using headbutts at those ranges is really powerful. Yep, I like this strategy. Good block. Yeah, see, every time Ludwig is doing this chop move, that is his heavy punch. He's definitely messing up the input for his headbutt. Do headbutt with Honda and you do charge moves in general, you need to charge the direction that is required. For headbutt, you hold back for close to about 1 second and then press forward and the punch button at the same time to activate the headbutt. Lud doesn't know the charge timing that well yet, so he keeps missing it, and that's why when he presses heavy punch, he's not getting headbutt, he's getting his chop move like that. Good butt slam. You definitely want to use a lot of headbutts and butt slam, especially at lower level with Honda. Good punish on the sweep.
Okay. I just can fucking punch a guy. Like, why am I so worried about combos and shit? Just hit the guy in the fucking head. He's gonna lose his iron.
That's true. That's true. Combos are not that important. Finding openings to actually land full combos as a new player is really difficult. There are key moments, but for the most part, you got to focus on when to press what moves.
Wait, how do I do it? OD hands.
OD hands. Not sure why he wants to use OD hands.
Dude, this is fucking annoying. I wanted to do OD hands 5,000 times! I fucking hate this fucking bitch-ass fucking game, man. Fuck, this game fucking blows. Christ, this shit's annoying as fuck. I'm sitting there quarter circle backing my fucking dick off and I can't fucking hit it.
The bittersweet part about this all is that even if he did manage to do OD hands, nothing would have changed. There was no reason to use that move there whatsoever. He would have gotten hit just the same. But here you can clearly see the frustration that comes with trying to pick up with classic controls. Ludwig was very, very stubborn about doing this. He said he wanted to play on arcade stick and wanted to play on classic controls because that is what the proper way to play Street Fighter is, and it makes him feel badass. However, he is under a time crunch. He's training for a tournament where he has to play multiple different games and genres every single week. If you were to use modern in a short time period, he can get over this execution barrier much quicker and then start actually implementing strategies and playing a bit more of the mind game of Street Fighter 6. That's not to say that being stubborn and wanting to pick classic from the get-go is wrong. I definitely think whatever inspires you to play and that you have fun with is the right way to go with. However, if you only want to win in the short term, you definitely should pick modern. You can see the difference in Tyler 1's experience and Ludwig's. At the end of the day, pick whatever you have fun with. Just know it's going to take practice, even on modern, to level up in Street Fighter 6.
Do it. Because he deserves it. Now I hit it. And it's the most fucking useless time to hit it. Okay, chill.
Yeah.
Anger's the enemy of progress.
It's not a move you need to do. You do not need to do OD hands with Honda at all.
I can't hit anything! I hate the fucking classic controls for fucking boomers and dipshits.
Okay. He did the level 3. What was that about classic controls being for boomers and dipshits?
Trash game. The trash game. Does that feel good? No, it literally feels... I had the same emotion as if you get really mad at a dumpster and you punch the dumpster, then you realize it's metal.
Yeah, he's going through it right now. He is frustrated with the game. I do believe it gets better once he is able to digest and execute his moves on command better, but it's very frustrating wanting to do something and not being able to do it. He already showed at this point that he can execute a lot of these special moves and supers in training mode, and even right there, he did his level 3 after the DI, which is a very strong way to go into your level 3 if you land the punish counter DI. but it takes a lot of practice to be able to then do it in the heat of the moment in a real match. It comes with time, it does get better, but it can be very frustrating along the way. But keep at it, and you'll find that eventually the muscle memory will creep into your hands, and you'll be doing combos and moves automatically without really thinking about it. All right,
Kill him.
Honda versus Honda. Ludwig gonna get a taste of his own medicine here. Let's see.
Obvious. You think I'm a fucking one trick, bro?
What does that mean? You think I'm a one trick? Everyone keeps using this league speak. I have no idea what they're saying. Wall splat. Can you get a combo here? No, he doesn't know the combo yet. Mistiming his meaty pressure. A big problem with Ludwig's gameplay here is that he's constantly pressing buttons. He doesn't really know the ebb and flow of the game yet. When to take turns, when to back off. Wait, it's close. Butt slam. Good block. Oh! The gremlin pop-off. I mean, it's deserved. That was kind of clutch. There we go. Headbutt battle. That's what we need to see. I think he missed another headbutt right there. Okay. Good block on the butt slam. Chop. He's landing these punish counter chops, which are really good, but they're all on accident. They're all attempted headbutts, I believe. Like that one right there. There we go. Okay. That was...
No way, he just does it raw.
Really random. Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
Kinda, actually, that was very random. That was not a good time. It happened to hit, but there's no strategic depth to that. That was just a big gamble, which usually doesn't work.
I can't do any input, and it makes me want to fucking throw this through a wall. It's not even funny, man. I'm not happy. I'm just trying to do my inputs.
Gotta practice. You want to play Classic, Ludwig? You gotta put in the work, man. You gotta put in the work. You can't just boot up the game and do the moves. If you've never played a fighting game before, it's like learning a new language. Eventually, it comes with time, and once you learn the genre, you can swap between games and characters and do the moves on command. But you're brand new, my man.
Why the fuck?
You want to be a fighting game player? Welcome to fighting games, baby.
No, okay. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Okay. Chat, I think I'm done for today. This was an eye-opening experience. Street Fighter, after this tournament is over, will be uninstalled from my computer. Holy fuck. That was miserable. That was miserable.
It can be really tough first getting into Street Fighter and fighting games in general. If you go in with the expectation of winning the majority of your matches, you might be very disappointed if you've never played a fighting game before. In the beginning, especially at low ranks, you're going to experience a ton of variance. The players who beat you might not necessarily even be better than you, whatever that means at low level, but you both are kind of flailing like fish out of water. It's kind of random who's going to win at that level because neither of you really have a good grasp on the game, the mechanics, or even the ability to properly control your character. As you can see during this session, Ludwig's biggest frustration was that he can't do the moves that he wants to do strategically on command because he doesn't have enough practice in training mode doing the moves. This can be solved with time and just monotonous, repetitive execution training, but you know, he's under a time crunch as well, so that's definitely a recipe for frustration. Ludwig at this point is just new to the game. That frustration he's feeling is because I don't think he's really experienced that too often, where you go into a brand new genre and you literally cannot do the moves. But this is just how fighting games are, man. No matter what, it's hard when you get started, but you just have to give it some time. Or you can bypass all of that and start with Modern. Modern has one button specials and one button supers, so if you don't enjoy practicing the execution, you can start with those aspects instead. That said, I think Ludwig tries to leave on a high note instead. Here Ludwig is doing the last game for real, for real. You can't leave on a loss. You gotta digest assault and details.
Interrupting my drive rush, like genuinely. If it's early enough, does it just interrupt? Is that it?
Nice counter DI. Okay, what do you have here? He dropped the combo. Good block on that super though.
Dude, I can't hit my super and it
When you're so tilted, all you can do is hum Amazing Grace. Yeah, that would have been a great time to super. When he countered the opponent's DI, you get a free combo opportunity, and Ludwig did a really good job in recognizing that that was his time to do potentially a super or a combo into super. However, once again, he's on classic controls. It's going to be tough. That the moment is right then and there. You can't mess it up. It's one shot to do it, and unfortunately, he blew it.
Too high.
All right, he's back in the corner again. Similar situation to last round. Good block on the jump in, but he's always mashing after, unfortunately. This is the big problem, I think, with this gameplay right now. But, okay, counter DI, another opportunity. All right, jab to hands to level 3, a full combo. Now, I don't think he meant to do the jab into hands. I think he meant to do straight hands into level 3, but he got the combo. Oh! And the punish? Okay, that was nuts. Come on,
did you see the drive rush into block?
Yes, I did.
You know I had to do that before he did his ult. It was a thought of mine. I thought to do it, and then I did it, and it worked. Man, this game's fucking awesome.
Exactly. Exactly. When you can actually implement the mind games, execute them, and see them pay off, it feels good. I see, of course he's going to have the turnaround. Listen, Lud is just going through it. If you've never gone through it with a fighting game, you have not been playing them long enough, or you're just a better human than I am. It can be really frustrating to play Street Fighter 6 and not be able to do what you want to do on command. But in that last round, you saw that he implemented the combo after the DI into his level 3 and executed it properly. And he had the mind games to drive rush up and block to bait out the super. Those were two big wins that led to him winning that game. And in my opinion, those small wins are what counts. Even if you don't end up winning the game or the set, you have to celebrate those small wins as you are on your fighting game journey. Those are the type of moments that get you hooked on the genre for good and keep you coming back to play more. And that's it for Lud's first day of Street Fighter 6. Overall, not too bad. I do feel like he's going through a lot of pain trying to use classic controls, but if he can stick with it and actually put in the hours he needs to in training mode, he can see big progress and have more of those satisfying moments where he's able to implement his strategy and have the big reads pay off. And we'll be back to Ludwig. He has a lot of room to improve, and he does step it up in the end, so we'll have to see how his Street Fighter 6 journey comes to a conclusion. And that's all I have for this video, but if you want to get your start in Street Fighter 6 today, I have the Ultimate Street Fighter 6 Starter Guide for 2025 right here that you can watch and you might enjoy. Thank you.